Yo, what's going on, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty. Still setting up just a little bit here. Letting a few guys roll in before we get started. Excuse me. Let me know if you can hear me. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties with my testing. But let me know if you can hear me fine if you are in the chat. See, we got 6 people in. Ain't nobody hit me out. Okay, see Coach Justin here. Excuse me. Sorry for all the coughing, you guys. I had to get those out before we start this game. I think everything should be straight. Can everybody hear me fine? Let me see. I don't know if you guys can hear me. So it sounds good? Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, that's the only thing I was worried about. I might sound like I was a little sick, so my voice might sound a little bit cracky, a little bit different, but that's why I'm trying to cough it out. But we should be all right. Well, man, big game we got here. Appreciate you guys coming through for the live stream. We've got week 2 of the RFL preseason continuing here with the Thunderbirds, the dominant Thunderbirds so far of the preseason in their first game, taking on the Steamers in their first game. Going to be interesting to see how this one turns out. NFC matchup that's going to be good for sure. A powerhouse in the Thunderbirds taking on a young rising team. And the Steamers should make out for a great game, that's for sure. But, of course, as always, a request from you guys, if you can, make sure you smash that like button. As always, it helps us out, helps push the league. I appreciate all you guys showing up. And before we jump into anything else right now, also want to let you guys know, as always, we've got a Twitch game that's going to be coming up during this game. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern. Right now it's 6:04. So within 56 minutes, we'll be having a game by our very own Rob Roby in the building. You can see him as Mix the Gamer in the chat. Appreciate you coming through the live stream. And it's going to be a big game right there. The London Black Knights taking on the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. Should make for a good game right there. A quick recap of this week so far. You can see in the primetime games, we had our primetime games starting out week 2 of the preseason on Thursday. And then on those matchups, we ended up having the Condors getting the best of the Gunners with a 27-24 score. And as for the Riverhogs, they were able to pretty much dominate the Bulldogs in their preseason game, 30-13. We saw the premier games yesterday with the Elks putting up 46 points on the Lancers. The Lancers didn't do bad themselves, putting up 35, but unfortunately took a loss there. And then we have the Aviators dominating the Pioneers. You know, we was hoping that the Pioneers would turn things around, but once again, it's the preseason. You never know what to expect during the regular season, but the Aviators handled business with that 36-16 victory. The Bulls just came up short. They were trying to go into overtime. They couldn't get a 2-point conversion to tie it up at 20, and they ended up losing the preseason game against the Voyagers with a final score of 20-18. And the Monarchs, they started out pretty hot. You know, got 14 points. They led when they had 14 points by 1. It was 14-13, but then Coach Rummel and those Marshals just started to slowly separate as the game began to progress, and they ended up getting that victory 31-14. And so, as you can see here in the middle 2-game section of the primetime games, we've got the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Steamers, which I will be commentating here tonight. And on Twitch, like I said, the Black Knights and the Dreadnoughts will be going at it. But, hey, did enough talking. You know what time it is. Almost game time. But as always, let's go ahead and get a look at our SeatGeek sponsor.
This is Anna. She's crazy about football. Her team is playing at home next week and she really wants to go. But when she looks for tickets, they're all sold out. Anna doesn't know where else to look. There are hundreds of confusing websites, and scalpers are sketchy. But then, Anna discovers SeatGeek. SeatGeek finds tickets from hundreds of sources and puts them all in one interactive map. Anna easily buys the best deal, with 2 taps and no surprises. When game day arrives, Anna scans her ticket using SeatGeek and gets to her seat before the first snap. SeatGeek, the smart way to buy tickets.
So shout out to Anna and those guys over there at SeatGeek. For you guys who are interested in that, if you got any sporting event coming up, all you have to do is you want $20 off of your next purchase, go ahead and use our promo code RFL, and you should get that $20 discount off of your purchase there for any event that you're planning on going to that's on that app. So make sure you give those guys a follow, I guess, on a social media if they got some. I know they do have some up there. And then also just check it out anytime you think about going to any sporting event. But once again, appreciate you guys coming through. It's game time. Thunderbirds and Steamers coming your way. You guys here, you know what time it is. It's RFL preseason game day. We've got a big one here in the NFC. The Toronto Thunderbirds, who dominated last week on defense against the Marshals. They ended up beating them 17-0. And that defense was looking just absolute monstrous. And let's see if the Steamers can deal with the Thunderbirds here tonight. I don't think they'll be having their starters. They're going to be without Coach Jones here for their first game due to a small week suspension. But still, the depth chart and everything that he had set there should stand. So these guys, pretty much like he's there, just never got to be really put in the game plan for this game. But it should make for an interesting game. You can see the Steamers coming out with the gray uniforms, the new uniforms they'll be rocking for their home games. It's going to be interesting to see how that looks against white teams, as you can see here as the Thunderbirds come out in the white. Always never really was too much of a big fan of the gray jerseys because it almost looks similar to the away jerseys. But hey, Coach Justin was like, hey, it doesn't matter what we look like. I like it. We're going to turn up in these gray jerseys. Let's see if they do. You can see him amped up on the sideline, and TJ Jones, rookie running back here, 71 overall here on Madden 20, looking to try to do some damage as the starters, well, their first team for this game will be out for the first half of the game. Backups will take over in the second half. Malcolm McDaniels, very dangerous playmaker with the ball in his hands. I've seen him return some kicks as well as he's sitting there awaiting this kickoff. Thunderbirds going to be getting the ball to start out the half. I'm looking for my controller here as I speak, and yep, finally got it. You know what time it is. It's RFL game day. Toronto Thunderbirds, Memphis Steamers coming your way in just a minute as he'll kick this one off down the field. And game day begins. And whoa, weird start there. And he finally takes the knee. That's a crazy start to the game right there. Nothing bad, but man, a little bit of I guess a itchy, crazy start there. But we're going to look at LC3 coming out onto the field. Top 10 in quarterback overalls in the RFL at 89 overall. One of the most dangerous dual threat quarterbacks in the RFL, coming here to try to see what he could do here in his first half. Last game against the Marshals, only got to play one quarter. He did very well. Let's see how he could do with a full half at his disposal here as he'll run the football. Cornell Mickens, his first run of the brand new season of the preseason. He took it 68 yards for a touchdown right there. It doesn't really go anywhere as we get an in-depth look at the Toronto Thunderbirds offense. A lot of playmakers on this side of the ball. Like we said, new addition of Cornell Mickens. They no longer have DeAndre Cain, but they feel they have the firepower with Montrell, Lasana, and other receivers to really still make an impact in the receiving game this year. But here goes Cornell Mickens trying to slice and dice through the defense. Once again, nowhere really to go as we get a look at this Steamers defense. Nashawn Richardson, Coach Jones talked a lot about him. They talked about Diego Lizarraga, all these rookies he added towards this defense. He really feels they're going to be some impact players this year. And, I mean, everyone's kind of excited to see what this Memphis Steamers team is going to do this year. A lot of young talent. We already know in the future they are going to be a team to reckon with. Who knows, could be a team to reckon with this year as he throws this one. Montrell Lasana is going to be taken down short of the first down as a solid defensive start here for the Memphis Steamers as he's wrapped up by Pro Bowl second-year cornerback John Gibson. You can see him right there throwing Montrell Lasana here on the out route. Threw it a little bit behind him, but he kept going forward still after the reception. He probably should have just kept going to the outside. He had some space, tried to cut it up, tried to get that first down, and it slowed him up a little bit. Now it's a fourth down here for the Thunderbirds as they look to try to boot this one as far as they can down the field. They'll field this one out about the 17. Nice juke move. Another good juke move, and he goes down at the 27. As we'll get a look at the quarterback for the Memphis Steamers. It's going to be Alexander Laredo. Used to be a former Salt Lake City Elk. 69 overall. Coach Jones, I remember when we talked about the depth chart, he wanted another quarterback to close out the second half. Laredo, he wanted to see what he could do here starting out. Let's see what he could do here against this top-rated defense in the Toronto Thunderbirds. Shotgun here. Laredo's going to hand this one off, and just like that, he meets Isaiah Ingram, and he goes nowhere. So that's going to be a second down now for the Memphis Steamers as we get a look at this Memphis Steamers offense. This has been an electric unit over the past couple of years. Don't got their starters technically out there. You don't see Romeo Jackson, but this is what Coach Jones wanted to do in the preseason. Wanted to get those, those guys in the fire, I guess, so to speak, to start out this game, and they are surely in it. A huge hit right there. McCarthy just blows up TJ Jones, and that's a 3rd and 11. Going to be a tough one tonight for sure. Memphis Steamers going up against arguably the best defense coming into Season 5. I'll have to say it's between them and the San Diego Red Dragons. Now, either way, this is definitely a top-rated defense. Overall-wise defense, I think this is the best defense in the league. The 3rd and 11. Here goes a throw into the flats. A little bit off target there. And Jones quickly knocked down. Only picks up about a yard on the play as he is met by Pro Bowl in 3rd-year safety Xavier Mays. Great job coming down the hill. And I love Xavier Mays, man. He's just one of those physical safeties who just can come downhill and wreak havoc against anyone who has the football and does a great job in run support. A big-time hitter. You can see him right there just stopping Jones right in his tracks to bring up that 4th down. And so they punt this one away deep down the middle of the field. They'll take a bounce inside the 10 and a beautiful roll to mark them down at the 1. That's the punt you're looking for out of your punter. Whenever you get a chance to pin them right there as close as you can get them to the goal line. And that's definitely going to put a big strain on Toronto's offense here. Always scared to be in this situation. A safety could give up 2 points in the possession. Got to be careful. High formation for the Toronto Thunderbirds. 2 receivers spread out wide to the right side. They're going to go with a receiver screen. He runs backwards, but he's got some blocks. Nice juke move, and he's got a 1st down. What a play by Montrell Lasana. And I have to say, he's definitely gained a lot of traction since coming over here for the Toronto Thunderbirds. But if you weren't an OG subscriber of the RFL and you didn't know about this kid, you wouldn't know that he is the only receiver, I think, in RFL history that's ever going to have the amount of receiving yards as he's had. And it was over 400 receiving yards in a single game. He holds that record to this day. Absolute beast. But he's very underrated, I think. But now, being a Toronto Thunderbird, starting to really get some headlines. Here goes a throw into the flats. A nice juke move. Oh, my goodness. The explosiveness of Cornell Mickens. He gets it to the 20-yard line. An 8-yard gain out of that play. You can already see just how explosive this Toronto Thunderbirds team is, both on offense and defense. And this is the reason why this team has been to the NFC Conference Championship game 3 years out of their whole existence. They've went to the NFC Championship game every year since the NFC has been established in the RFL, and they've went to the Relocation Bowl twice, winning one of them. And it's just an extremely tough team to beat. Right there, good job by the defense, though, of the Memphis Steamers. But it's just a lot of playmakers on this Toronto team. A good job, though, on that previous play. Brings up a 3rd and 4. LC3 in the backfield all by himself. He'll throw one, and that's going to be swatted incomplete. Great defense right there. Excellent coverage. I think that was Taylor Mays. As we should get another replay of this. You see him trying to go over to his tight end, Tate Phillips. And it is Taylor Mays who gets his hand in the throwing lane, swats it away. Great defense. 4th down. So they'll punt this one. And he'll field it at the 35. The special teams quick to attack as he is taken down after just a 1-yard gain. That's Calhoun, a free agent they just signed. And Alexander Laredo coming back out onto the field. Watch out for the one-on-one matchup at the top of the screen, but he does have Alex Moore and Cola in coverage on him. He'll go with a draw play. T.J. Jones trying to cut back up the field, and he'll be taken down at about the 40, close to the 41-yard line as we'll get a look at this Toronto Thunderbirds defense. Like I said, one of the scariest defenses, I have to say the scariest defense in the RFL. Wayne Norman, a 2-time defensive player and linebacker of the year. A lot of Pro Bowlers on this team. I mean, this is just a team just so stacked like never before, looking to try to have themselves another season to remember this year. But here they go, play action. He's looking, he throws, and what a grab! That's going to be a 1st down going over the head of Jaron Gray right there. That was an unbelievable reception for a 1st down. Didn't get to see the jersey number quite. But look at this catch. This goes right over the head of Gray, and that's Kaiser on the reception. Look at this catch. Reed Kaiser in between two of arguably the most hardest hitting defensive players in the RFL. Still comes up with the catch. And what a play by Memphis. Burrito's going to drop back looking to pass. Instant pressure, and there it goes. The first sack of the game for the Toronto Thunderbirds. Isaiah Ingram making it look easy, using that speed and power on the outside. That offensive tackle never had a chance. You can see him just absolutely getting blown by here on this play. Number 73 already stood up straight, had no chance. Neither did Laredo here on this play. Not a single receiver could get open in time, and that's what every team's going to have to deal with this year when you face up against the Toronto Thunderbirds. Just a very limited amount of time in the pocket. There goes a handoff, though. He's got a lane, and Jones is going to be brought down at the 38. Good run there. 3rd and 4 for Memphis. 4-man rush, pressure's in his face, but he'll throw into the flats, and Jones will pick up the 1st down. Laredo, 3 of 3. Looking really good throwing the football right now. Real smart decision, just go straight into the flats. He realizes a lot of separation. It's going to take a lot of time before any defender gets to T.J. Jones, and he gets about a yard past the 1st down marker. And here goes Laredo looking, throws, going to be a reception across the middle. 4 for 4 now is Laredo as he gets 5 yards. Really love the way he's moving his team down the field right now. No motion in his receiver, looking to pass once again. Can he go 5 for 5? No, he won't. He needed 5 yards there, but he won't go 5 for 5 either. Throwing his first incompletion, 4 of 5, to bring up a 3rd and 5. Laredo looking, throws, and that should have been a 1st down reception, but instead it is going to be dropped by T.J. Jones, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Should be makeable from inside the 30, but that means even if this is a running back, you look forward to seeing your receiver catch this football, and he just could not come down with it. I think T.J. Jones got some pretty good hands on him, just one of those unfortunate plays as this field goal makes it through the uprights, and the Steamers get the first points of the game, 3-0. Really good kick. Straight down the pipe. And so here goes the kickoff. Toronto is going to take a knee in the end zone. So far, this is going to be the 3rd offensive possession.
Here we go.
on the field and still 0 points on the board. I'm not going to say too much. I guess, it's the preseason, but they only could get 17 points last week. And maybe, yes, the Marshals do have themselves a really good defense, but it leads you to wonder, how explosive is this Toronto Thunderbirds offense exactly? We already see the playmakers, but can they come together is the question. Trying to jump over the pile. He'll be brought down at the 28. It's a decent 3-yard gain. Like I was saying, a big thing for the Thunderbirds this year offensively with the playmakers that they've lost. Gotta finish drives. Quick pump fake. Shot down the field, and that's going to be called for a first down. My goodness, what a grab. That's another big catch by a tight end, this time by Triplett for the Thunderbirds. Another look at this. This is beautiful ball placement by LC3, throwing it up in the air where only his big body tight end can get it. And you can see he had a speed difference there on Taylor Mays. Triplett going up there, climbing the ladder and making this catch for a huge first down to put them here at midfield.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
LC3 feeling some pressure. He's going to get up out of there. He's got a first down and then some. He's got some good blocks, a nice juke move as he'll get it all the way to the 32 and 18-yard scramble by LC3. It's one of the most dangerous scramblers in the RFL, period. It's just extremely hard to stop him. He had his best season in the RFL with the Toronto Thunderbirds last season, with throwing for over 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, making the Relocation Bowl championship game, unfortunately falling short due to having his worst game in terms of interceptions on the big stage. But those were just big plays by the Toronto Huskies, and I think that LC3 is just going to continue to get better. Play action as he looks to throw again, going to take a shot, and that's going to be intercepted by the Steamers. It's a foot race. He'll be taken down at the 36-yard line. Memphis coming out big. There goes McCullum. And this is essentially against backups here. Memphis making some big-time plays. He cuts right in front of Tate Phillips. For one, I don't know why they have Tate Phillips out there as a receiver. That's just not a good matchup, period. That wasn't even Tate Phillips. That was Carroll Triplett. I don't know if this depth chart changes for the Toronto Thunderbirds or what, but the personnel looking just out of order there. Big interception as the Steamers take over here at the 36-yard line. They'll motion their tight end back in place here to the right side. They'll run to the right and nowhere to go on that Thunderbirds defense. 5 carries for 15 yards right now for TJ Jones. Coach Jones liked to talk about his explosiveness, his breakaway speed. See him already talking in the chat about it. Counter run play here. You can see that explosiveness there on that play. The minute he's got a sliver of space, he just hits the hole and takes off. Nice gain of 6 there, 3rd and 4. Burrito, there's a flag on the play. He's going to throw, and he's got a first down, but this may be getting called back. And it will, as it will be holding on the offense. The left guard, Gordon McQuarde, I think that's how you say it. Hopefully I'm saying it right. But 3rd and 14 now for the Steamers. Burrito throws, and he's off target. Well off target there. So that's 3 straight incompletions for Alexander Laredo. We're going to have to punt this one away. He just tried to, I guess, loft that one up, but the coverage was air seal tight there. And I don't see where he would have been able to squeeze that ball in. Maybe the best decision to throw that one away as he did, as he'll punt this one away. And it goes straight in the end zone for a touchback.
We play to win. Let's go.
And so we'll get another look at LC3 and the Thunderbirds. 3 straight possessions. LC3, 3 of 5, 37 yards. Interception threw in the last play. And I really don't like the receiver personnel that they've been putting him out there with. Montrell Lasana has been the only one who's been making some noise. They'll have him out here on this play. Offset I formation. They're going to run the football here. And there goes Malcolm McDaniels. His 2nd carry, getting 4 yards. Only 2 yards total on the day for him. Hasn't touched the football too much yet, though. LC3 over the middle, and there goes a first down. Amin Stiff Arm still breaking tackles. And that's going to be Carlton Fatanukin getting to the 37-yard line for that first down. There they go on the ground. Cornell Mickens. He takes a big hit. This is the guy they need to give the football to. He's only got 4 carries right now in this entire first quarter, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Kind of shocking here. I mean, the score isn't high, but the Steamers holds the Thunderbirds starting first team 0 points as they have the lead by a field goal. Power run type of formation here, but they'll look to pass out of it. LC3 going to throw, and a dropped pass. Once again by a running back. Cornell Mickens had that right in his hands, but he just couldn't hold on. So now a 3rd and 2 for Toronto. They're going to run for it, and why not? Huge space, first down, Thunderbirds. They'll get it all the way to the 41. I remember Coach Kozera talking about how much he wanted Cornell Mickens, made a big trade for him with the Shamrocks, giving up one of the league's best cornerbacks in Craig Chapman. He was an older guy, but the big trade right there. Shamrock got themselves a great player as well. And I remember the first couple of, during pretty much most of the entire offseason, Coach Kozera saying he had trouble with him, but he is absolutely balling out here. Here goes a throw. Look at that, an absolute laser, as he's able to fit that one into Carlton Fatanukin for a gain of about 9 to 10 yards, inches short here on the second down. He's going to motion one of his tight ends over to the right, so they may run it to the right, and he just snaps the football in time. Here goes a run for that first down. They'll run it straight up the gut. Cornell Mickens averaging well here, 6 carries, 32 yards. There goes a run up the middle, juke move, not going to work. Unable to fake out Taylor Mays, but he does get a nice gain of 4. That was Malcolm McDaniels that time on the carry. High formation, trying to go up the middle of the field, and he gets hit by the rookie. Huge tackle made right there by Nashawn Richardson. That's one thing they liked about this rookie. In the rookie showcase, he was just pretty much like an anchor sitting there in front of this defense. Just very hard to move, a big-bodied player. You can see him just holding his block up long enough to make the running back feel like he's got space, making a quick shed and delivering a big hit right there. Third and 7, shotgun here. LC3 getting blitz, feeling the pressure, and he's outrunning the defense. That's a first down and then some as he makes a miss. He fumbles the football, though. That is going to be the second turnover for LC3, trying to do a little bit too much. And it costs them the drive here. And he had the speed. Would have liked to see him try to hit a juke move there. He definitely would have got by him had he been able to try to pull one off, but I think he thought he was just going to be able to run right through him. Big solid tackle there. Unable to hang on to the football. That's a turnover. Now the Steamers once again with a big stop on this first team Toronto Thunderbirds team. Got to be careful though here at their own 3. Wide receiver screen as he goes backwards. Spins off the first tackle, and all he can do is get a yard off the play. Burrito breaking that 3 straight incompletion streak that he was on. Handoff going to the outside, but he cuts inside. Not the right move there. He's met by Max Knight. Should have just kept going outside. Those blocks were sealed. They'll run it, and they'll try to go to the outside this time, and he gets leveled. Absolutely smashed there by 2 Thunderbirds. No gain on the play, 4th down. You can see the pressure. Jaron Gray and Sessions. Kawani Sessions, a new acquisition that they got off of a trade with the Oklahoma City Lancers. I think Coach Kozera feels like this was the piece they were missing. They felt they had a great safety in Xavier Mays. But he wanted to add another safety there to make this defense even more elite. And they definitely got one right now with Kawani Sessions. Almost gets blocked, but there's a flag. I think this may be roughing the kicker. He gets taken down. There's a flag. I think he roughed the kicker here. And that's exactly what he did. An automatic first down for the Steamers. A lot of mistakes going on here for the Thunderbirds.
Let's go. Let's do it.
He ran right into the kicker there. Surprised the kicker didn't flip or anything, but even the slightest contact on the kicker as he's got that football off, they're going to call it every time. First and 10 now here at the 19 as they still try to run the football to the left side of the field. Not working at all. Still just a short gain of a yard. Big hit there by Xavier Mays and Milton. Laredo throwing. Nice completion. He's only been able to find T.J. Jones for the most part when it comes to catching the football. And you could expect why. I mean, these receivers going up against a first-team secondary, first-team defense in general. And look at this. Nice patient running behind the lineman. T.J. Jones going to pick up a first down as he gets it to the 31. For newcomers here in the RFL, if you haven't already, you want to be part of the RFL. You want to take your player, see if he's got what it takes to make it into the Relocation Football League and become the next star. Fill out a player application. It's only $5, a one-time fee on our website at relocationfootballleague.com. Start your career. Join the RFL College Series starting up in August. And, man, just going to be very interesting to see how everyone's journey to the RFL goes. But here goes a run up the middle. Breaks the first tackle, but will be quickly brought down by Xavier Mays for a gain of 5. Still a nice run there. Pass this one on the drag route, and he will be quickly brought down. I like the way that Laredo has been playing so far. 7 of 10. He's only got 38 yards passing. It's really been tough for him to find something on his defense. And there he is, finding his, I think, biggest play through the air. As he's able to find his receiver, Milton, at the 47 in Thunderbird territory. Another look at this one. You see Laredo just finding an open space in the middle of that zone defense. McCarthy was the only linebacker in that area. Nice ball placement. Throws him inside where he can make the catch. First down. There's a handoff trying to cut up, and he will be brought down. Jaron Gray. 2-yard gain on the play. Play action. Pressure coming and down. He will go for a sack. There goes the bad man. Isaiah Ingram, the highest overall rated defensive end in the RFL. Coming up with a huge sack there. 2 sacks here tonight against this Memphis Steamers defense. Offense, excuse me. Make sure you guys tune in at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's just 26 minutes away on Twitch. We got the Black Knights versus the Dreadnoughts. And looks like we got an X Factor activated too. And Isaiah Ingram, Laredo's going to really have to get this ball out of his hands as fast as possible. Good blocking that time. And that's going to be caught by Milton. What a catch. He still falls short. As you can see, Gonzalez still celebratory after the play. He jumped this route. He was running so far ahead of Milton that he allowed him to get the reception. He read that route just too early. Didn't turn his head around. Still a young cornerback there. Second year of the RFL. Probably could have intercepted that ball had he got his head around. Still good defense by the Thunderbirds as they'll boot this one. Just making it tough all game here for this Thunderbirds offense. They've been having to take possession of the football to start out their drives in their own territory, deep in their own territory for most of this game. LC3, man, with two big turnovers and an interception. And I wouldn't quite fault him, I guess, on that. Probably shouldn't have made the throw, so maybe he shouldn't have made the throw anyway to get the interception. But the personnel just has been confusing at times. There goes a run. Cornell Mickens gets to the 17. Nice 8-yard gain. Power running formation here. Motion his tight end to the left. And he'll run it. And he will not get by 2 Steamers as they were able to stand him up and bring him down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. This Steelers defense Not looking really bad at all here. The play calling probably has to be better, though, for the Toronto Thunderbirds. And that time, just not good running right there as he tried to be patient off the block there. But he had some space. All he had to do was just run towards Collins, try to make a move, hit him with a little fake or something. And the Steamers defense comes up with a 3-and-out. And so they'll get this punt off. It's a beautiful punt, too. I don't know why he didn't try to field the football here. It's going to be recovered at the 8. Good punt there by the Thunderbirds. Gotta be some massive wind going on here.
Got it. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Still lit up there. Look the pass, throws, and he's trying to break the tackle. He's quickly brought down, and that takes us into our 2-minute warning. Score here, 3-0. Really wasn't expecting this. I mean, really good-looking defensive first half here for the Memphis Steamers. Really enjoying what I'm seeing from them. Still had most of their starters in on that part, but here goes a throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Milton unable to make that catch that time. Gonzalez quickly reacting to that one.
Hey, 4 down.
Motion, and look at this. The pressure is just crazy. He couldn't even hand it off. I don't know if that was a run play or a play action play, but the defensive tackle got in there so fast. Didn't matter what play it was. Ended up being a sack. They got rough from the kicker last time, but they don't pressure him that time as they let him get the punt off. They'll try to spin off the first tackle and will be brought down at the 47. Now, this is good field position this time for the Thunderbirds at this point. I mean, to be honest, these guys should have had points on 2 possessions. 2 big turnovers for the Memphis Steamers. LC3, you already know he's had trouble handling the football before. Interceptions really wasn't too much of a problem for him last season. In the regular season, he only had, I think, 5 or 6. I think it was 5. Here goes a shot down the field, and look at this. A thing of beauty quickly at the 10-yard line with a strike to Carlton Fatanukin. Look at this dime delivered by LC3 here on this throw. Perfect spiral. Gets it right over his head, away from the incoming defender as well. That was further to his left side, and that's a 39-yard reception place in the only spot you could have thrown that football. Beautiful throw right there. I think he's going to get heated up here, get some blocks, and he will be stood up. A solid tackle made right there, but still a nice gain. He picks up 6. 2nd and 4 here for LC3 and the Thunderbirds. You see him just trying to set up that screen, trying to get that first down. Solid tackle, though. A lot of those first incoming defenders are not able to make that first contact with Cornell Mickens. And right there, he's able to get a good wrap-up, stand him up, and hold him away from scoring a touchdown in the end zone. With a 2nd and 4 here, no one in the backfield. LC3 throws, makes a nice catch, trying to move forward for the first down. And he falls just a yard short. A timeout's going to be called at exactly 1 minute left here by the Thunderbirds. It's a big down for the Thunderbirds here. Got their whole starting unit. Expect them to try to get this first down. Should be a run straight up the middle, and it is. And that's going to be an easy walk-in touchdown for Malcolm McDaniels. The Thunderbirds will take the lead. Really should have had more points than what they have now. Those 2 big turnovers really messed them up on this drive, but I still love the way that the Steamers' defense has looked throughout this game. LC3 finally just sat back in a pocket, just delivered an absolute bomb down the field, got the touchdown. And the Thunderbirds hit the extra point score here, 7-3 with 57 seconds left in the first half. 1 timeout remaining, 4 plays. They drive 53 yards. This team is just loaded with very talented backs as well. As the Thunderbirds kick this one off. And it will not be returnable. He had a foot out of bounds. So a touchback will put them at the 25. Let's see what the Memphis Steamers do. Hey, it's the preseason. Why not try to sling it down the field, see if you can get some more points. Only 57 seconds left here for Laredo.
Go, go, go.
There's a throw into the flats. A huge hit. Oh, my goodness. Absolute bone-crushing hit right there. Good thing he held on to the football. That was Kaiser who had that splendid catch last time earlier within this game. Here goes a throw down the field, and that should have been caught. Dropped there. I think that was Romeo. Unable to haul that one in. Rare occasion now, a 3rd and 8. We'll throw this one into the flats, and TJ Jones stuffed, not going anywhere. And a timeout is going to be called here. So they'll punt this one away, and I guess Thunderbirds are like, hey, let's get our starters back out there for the little time we do have to see what they could do. 36 seconds, though, no timeouts. And you don't want to risk any injuries either, so hopefully none of that happens. Here's a look at some of the big plays by the Toronto Thunderbirds. They've been making quite a few big plays here tonight. Finishing drives has been the issue, but they were able to do that last time. You can see just the playmaking ability by these guys. Look at these receptions. You saw the nice dime pass and catch on the last replay. And just the way that LC3's been able to fit these footballs, you can see in tight spaces on great coverage. That's what makes this offense of the Thunderbirds so dangerous. And if he continues just to develop and become a better quarterback like he was last season, this is going to be a tough team to beat. Got to take care of the football, though. That's the big thing. And look at that. Just a perfect throw on the sideline. Hits the out route perfectly as he finds Montrell Lansana. Another look at this throw again. Look at this. Perfect. Thing of beauty. LC3's throwing motion at times looks a little weird, but hey, he's getting them there. Team excited there on the sideline. The lineup here in the gun. 31 seconds left to go. LC3's got a lot of time. They'll throw this one into the flats, and Cornell Mickens trying to cut up the field. And they're going to harry things up. This may be the last play that they get off. And most likely it will be. They still haven't snapped the football. 4, 3, time's counting down. Throws into the flats here. He's got a reception. He gets out of bounds, but not in time before the time expires. And that's going to be the end of the first half. We're going to be heading into the second half. Big shout out to everyone that is here. If you're enjoying the RFL right now, make sure you smash that like button. We've got a game up also within 15 minutes on Twitch. The London Black Knights take on the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. That game, as always, will be called by Rob Roby on Twitch. Should make for a good AFC matchup as well. We'll get our first look at Coach Demora and his preseason game, second game of the preseason for Coach Frankie J. Here goes a return to start out the second half as he'll be brought down at the 30. No scoring first half with the starters coming in, but Cooper Santana hopping out onto the field with the second team of the Memphis Steamers. To start out this second half as he'll line up under center. Coach Jones says he's got a lot of faith in Cooper Santana. Thinks he's a really good, solid system quarterback. There's a run up the middle, though, a loss of a yard on the play. It does not look like this second team Thunderbirds defense is going to let up either. They were great also last week against the Marshals. Forced multiple turnovers, had multiple sacks. Like I said, just one of the most tenacious defenses in the RFL. There goes Coop. Looking. Goes into the flats. Beautiful sideline catch, but a little bit dramatic as he goes nowhere. That's a 0-yard gain there. Didn't pick up anything. It was Kuechly on the reception. 3rd and 11. Left-handed quarterback Coop throws, and that's the 3rd drop we've seen today. That's going to be Corian Brown, the rookie running back, unable to hang on to the football. Running backs here showing off the case of the stone hands. A lot of drops here by the running backs. That brings up 4th down. And he will get this punt off. Take its bounce inside the... Oh my goodness, look at that punt. Coffin corner. That's the 2nd time he's done that today. Look how the ball just rolls perfectly at the pylon, at the pylon, excuse me. And I kind of don't like this field position here with Connor hand checking in. He had a pretty awful performance last week. Hopefully he can turn things around this week. He starts out this week at his own 1. It's going to be tough here. Can he get him out of this jam? He'll try to run for it, and he is going to be stuffed. And they don't say it's a safety. If it's not a safety, it's as close as you can get because he must have just crossed that line. 2nd and 10. They go with the receiver screen. He's got some space. Unable to put on a move, but he will give them some breathing room as he gets to the 5. 3rd and 5. Another receiver screen. Gets the blocks. Does he have the 1st down, though? He's very close, and they do give it to him. Tyrone LaFell. He was cut by the Toronto Thunderbirds last season, but then re-signed before jumping into the preseason. Actually, I think he was re-signed in last week. Once again, back by the Thunderbirds. Not too high of an overall receiver. I think he's 66.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
He's made some good plays for the Thunderbirds in the past. But 1st and 10 here at the 10. A handoff. Malcolm McDaniel stood up and dropped down at the 11. William Jackson, the 3rd there on the tackle. Holds him to just a 1-yard gain. They'll go with a draw play here. And once again, not too much on the ground. Memphis Steelers defense, very surprising. Now, overall, may not tell you a lot, but it was just like last season. Their defense was pretty solid also last year, about the middle of the pack. The 3rd and 6. Connor Hand feeling the pressure, quickly had to get the football out of his hands. There's nowhere to go there for his receiver as he's brought down 3 yards short. It's Connor on the reception. And they've got to punt this one away. Good job here playing Tyrone Connor on this reception here. Cornerback. And here goes the punt. He's got some blockers out there in front of him. And he's got some speed. Nice juke move. And Jake Pride goes down at the 43. You can expect to see him a little bit on the offensive side of the ball, I believe, here on the 2nd half, too. I think I've seen him out there on the field here with this 2nd team. Didn't get to see him at all in that 1st half entirely. The Steamers trailing by just 4. Just a good old 7-3 defensive ball game here. Here they go with the draw play. Nice juke move and a 1st down. What a run by Calhoun. Please excuse the message there popping up at the top left. A good run there by Calhoun. Coach Jones also talked about Calhoun, this signed player here. You can see just dips him in the sauce with that juke. Nice little jump cut. He feels he's got the potential to be a really solid back in the future of the RFL. You can see him. He doesn't just fake out anybody either. That's Wayne Norman he makes miss that on that tackle. He's one of the most secure tacklers in the RFL at the linebacker position. And he makes him look silly on that play for a 1st down run. Here goes Cooper. Santana, though, another drop pass, this time by Corey Kuechly. It's good, Coach Shiz. Appreciate you coming to the live stream. Here goes a throw into the flats, trying to hit the juke move. And Eric Reese checking into the game, not going to go anywhere. Definitely a future Hall of Famer tight end for the Memphis Steamers. Getting up there in age right here. He goes looking to throw. Cooper Santana with a nasty juke move. Actually, with a good throw, the nasty juke move was delivered there by his fellow receiver, Cornelius Edebali. And Edebali is, once again, a former player that they cut and re-signed. And Edebali, man, look at this. Makes the catch. Quick move there. Puts on the defensive back. And he's got them in the red zone. Good-looking drive right now for the Memphis Steamers. Cooper Santana going to line up under center. There's a run to the left side. He's got some space, doing a little bit too much flashiness. Calhoun going to lose himself about 2 to 3 yards there on that run he could have had. Instead, now it turns out to be a 1-yard gain. And look at this. Avoids the first tackle. Shows off some explosiveness with the speed on that run, but he only gets 2. Corian Brown now checking in the backfield here for Memphis. Feeling some pressure. Cooper Santana with the strike, and that's a touchdown for the Memphis Steamers, as he's able to find his receiver Jackson. This runs a simple hook route here. And Jackson just makes the catch, gets in the end zone untouched. Romeo Jackson, man, he's definitely an up-and-coming top receiver in the RFL. To give them, well, they already have the lead. They'll give them a 3-point lead once again. Score here 10-7. Really like the way that this Memphis team has looked here tonight, especially the first group. Second team looking good too. Cooper Santana just putting together a really good drive there. Take this one out of the end zone. Good wrap-up tackle right there by the special teams. J.J. Vaughn able to bring him down, but Toronto having a little bit of offensive issues with finishing drives so far here tonight. Still a lot of ball game left to go. Only down by 3. Connor Hand now has got himself better field position here. What is he going to do with it? That is the big question, as he's got one receiver out wide at the bottom of the screen. Power run formation here with 3 tight ends. They'll go with some play action. Connor Hand looking, throws, and a great pass and catch for a first down. Able to find Ryan Moxon, his tight end, for a huge gain of 21 down at the 46. Good protection, good delivery on the football. Throws a nice tight spiral. And a nice sideline catch here by Ryan Moxon.
60 Pittsburgh. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll line up once again in the same formation. This time with a different look with the motion. Out to the right side. They'll still look to pass. Goes over the middle. There's a first down and then some. 3 for 3 is Connor Hand, as he's able to find Tyrone Connor. It's a perfectly placed slant pass right there, catching him in stride. And he just uses that speed to tumble forward for some extra yards.
Ready. 90 Wolf. Check 26, check 26.
Bunt formation here. And there goes Connor Hand throwing into the flats. Malcolm McDaniels trying to make the defender miss, but he does not create the separation he was looking for. And now that results in a 2nd and 10. Here goes a run, though. He's got space this time. First down and then some. He just runs through the first tackle. Great run right there by Malcolm McDaniels. We are just 4 minutes away from our second game tonight. Of course, we always have our first game on Twitch, on YouTube, leading into our second game on Twitch, and it should be a good one. AFC matchup between the London Black Knights and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. Make sure you catch that game. Watch both if you can. 4 minutes away. There's a handoff. Malcolm McDaniels trying to stay patient. There's an injury on the field. Tyrone Connor a little shaken up. He'll take a knee. And that'll be a timeout call. They're checking out his arm there. Hopefully nothing too serious. 2nd and 6 here. They'll come out in the I formation. Handoff. Trying to find some space. And he is going to be picked up and dropped down by 3 Steamer defenders. Their pursuit and attack to the football has been tremendous so far here tonight. There's a 2-yard gain there. 3rd and 4. They're motioning their receiver into the formation. Looks like they're setting up running back screen. Someone gets through, and that is a huge play right there. Thing of beauty as Woolfolk makes this tackle. Just look at how he read this. Splits the offensive lineman. Too fast for the lineman to be able to get a hand on him. Just cuts right there across his body and has the speed to adjust himself and catch up and make that tackle. Great play by Woolfolk to hold them to a field goal attempt. This to tie the game up. And the kick is good. 10-10 is the ball game here so far with 2:33 left to go. Turning out to be a really good contest here between these two teams. Maybe not as high scoring as we kind of expected it to be. There's been really good defensive showings here tonight. We'll take this one from the 5. And it'll be brought down at the 25. Really don't like the spotting there. Looks like he at least got to the 27. They mark him down where he fell. Terrible placement there by the refs. But Cooper Santana, after a touchdown drive to give them the lead, coming back out onto the field again. Now the lead is gone, all tied up here at 10. See if he can put them back on top. There's a draw play, and there goes Corey and Brown trying to weave his way through the defense. 4-yard gain. Wayne Norman has still got their starters here on defense, just about. Cooper Santana throws, and he will have a first down. Their starter's still out there. You got Jaron Gray, you got Wayne Norman. Cornerbacks are different, but most of their top guys still in. Pressure coming, and down goes Cooper Santana for a sack. It's going to be Woody able to generate some pressure, getting the 3rd sack of the game. You see Cooper Santana just waiting for someone to get open. Straight man-to-man coverage. There's just nothing open there. Maybe he had the hook route there to his right side, but he's looking towards his left. He was just about to release the football. Just didn't have the time.
Right there, 56. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Huge loss now brings up a 2nd and 18. Cooper feeling some pressure. He'll throw. Wide open receiver, but just inaccurate on the throw. Now a 3rd and 18 for Memphis. Play action. They're going to take a shot, and it's going to be caught. Not enough for a first down, though, but Cornelius Edebali with another big reception here. He falls 3 yards short. And the Toronto Thunderbirds defense able to get the stop here. As Wayne Norman in on coverage. The coverage was excellent. Almost could have picked that one off, but the adjustment by Cornelius Edebali was just amazing. Cuts right in front of Wayne Norman on that play. And this punt, not looking like too good of a punt. Well, it was a decent one. Yep, goes out of bounds at the 20. Equivalent to a touchback. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. And put your 4s up in the chat. Who you got winning this one? All tied up at 10 apiece. A little pump fake. Shot down the field. And it's going to be caught. What an adjustment. That was a beautiful spotted football right there. As he found Connor. You couldn't ask for a better throw than that. You couldn't have asked for a better throw than that. That was picture perfect in the breadbasket. That was a throw you make into the trash can. The quarterback's doing practice. He must have been doing that this week for that play because that was an absolute dime. Pro throw right there. 1st and 10 here at the 47. And there goes a handoff. Nowhere to go on that play, as he will only gain a yard. 2nd and 9 now. He'll motion his receiver into the formation. And there goes Connor Hand. Oh, going back to the, I guess, the inconsistent part of Connor Hand. He just throws that one straight to a dirt wide open receiver. Just missed him though. He'll motion in his receiver here on a 3rd and 9. Feeling some pressure, and the first sack of the night for the Memphis Steamers is going to be by the rookie, Diego Lizarraga Jr. Does a great job getting around that edge and getting that sack, and I can see people already posting about it. It's live now. It's been 2 minutes going on. The London Black Knights taking on the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. Should be live on Twitch at this very moment. If you can, make sure you watch both. Definitely helps us out on both channels and platforms that we're on. Big sack right there by Diego Lizarraga. And that's a big play right there to bring up this 4th down as they punt this one away. And it's going to be a touchback.
Come on, fellas.
Yeah, catch that Black Knights and Dreadnoughts game if you can. Cooper Santana going to trot back out onto the field, looking to try to give his team back the lead. Power running formation. Play action as he'll look to throw pressure in his face, and he goes nowhere. About a 2 to 3 yard loss on that play. They're going to say a 3-yard loss. Great reaction there by Kadu. You can see the pressure just coming off the edge. He had no choice but to release that football to somebody as fast as possible. It was Kaun, but Kaun, big loss. Cooper gonna hit the drag here. He's got some space. Taken down just about 3 yards short. They'll say 4 yards short. Whoa. Sorry for that. PlayStation controller charger has not been working well. So a little disconnection, technical difficulty error right there. And there they go, looking to throw. Goes over the middle. A 1st down play. Wayne Norman trying to strip him. He will hang on and get the 1st down. It's Buckley on the reception. His 1st of the night. Good for 16. It's good, Coach Rozier. Appreciate you coming through the live stream. You too, Nathan. And once again, shout out to everyone that is here. See everybody just about in here has hit the like button, so definitely appreciate that. First down and 10 at the 42-yard line. There goes Cooper Santana. Empty backfield as he'll get this one off to Jake Pride, and Jake Pride will have a 1st down. That puts him now over 100 yards passing here tonight. Cooper Santana, just more of those, pocket-style quarterbacks. Got himself a pretty good arm on him, good accuracy. And he's going to take a shot deep down the field, showing off that arm. Almost throws an interception in the area of former starting cornerback, safety, Clifton Donnell. He's lucky he didn't pay for that one. I think Donnell led the RFL in interceptions in season 3, I think it was. But here goes a pass, and look at that, an absolute laser. The very next play for a 1st down. Much appreciated, Jason Baxter. Thank you for coming through and checking out the RFL. Here goes Cooper Santana with another strike. Eric Reese getting to the 25. That's going to be an 8-yard gain. Steamers looking to try to get this preseason win over the Thunderbirds here. Good tackle. Good chop block, too. Had Claiborne's feet all in the air there. 3rd and 3. Play action. Looking down the field. And it's going to be caught for a 1st and goal as he finds Eric Reese. What about that throw? Unbelievable. Great concentration too. But that's always expected when you see the ball going in the area of Eric Reese, but you still are in awe when you see this. Look at this. This absolutely throws that one in there on a rope. Wasn't bad coverage at all by Jiron Gray, but just squeezes that one right in there. Great catch. 1st down here. 6 yards away from a touchdown. Cooper Santana to the end zone, and that's a touchdown as he finds Corey Kuechly. And that will give the Memphis Steamers their lead. 16-10 is the score. He just absolutely dimes that one in there. An excellent drive. An excellent drive right there by Cooper Santana, showing off the arm strength, showing off the accuracy, and just showing off the leadership, leading his team down the field for a game, not a game-winning drive, for a lead-tying or lead-taking drive there. Kind of got caught up there how to explain that one, but a good throw, great drive. Just really loved the way Cooper Santana looked on that one. They're amped up here in Memphis. 17-10 is the score. Toronto getting the ball at the 10. And a good tackle will bring them down at the 32.
We got this.
I see AJ and VA asking who won the championship the first 4 years. The first 4 seasons, well, the first relocation bowl winner was the London Bulldogs. They beat the Celtic Tigers. Final score of that one was 37. Yeah, 37-12. Season 2 was the Red Dragons versus the Mexico City Diablos, and the good catch right there. And the Red Dragons won that one with a final score of 20-13. In season 3, it was, I'm not getting a blank here. Oh, yeah, season 3 was the Toronto Thunderbirds, of course, yeah. And they played the Orlando Sentinels. They were able to beat them. The final score was, I think, 26-9 or 26 to. Kind of confused on that score. Can't remember what that score was, but I know the Thunderbirds beat the Sentinels. Good catch again right there. In season 4, just last season, the Toronto Huskies were able to upset the Thunderbirds to avoid them from going back-to-back championships with a crazy comeback. That was our best relocation bowl game by far. If you haven't watched that, I highly advise you just go back and watch that relocation bowl. It was just nothing short of amazing. Final score was 34-31. Big win by the Toronto Huskies, trying to get themselves back and stay the remaining chance. But here goes a throw into the running back screen there, and that's going to be short of the 1st down. Excellent play by the defense. Malcolm McDaniels nowhere to go as he's going to be wrapped up there by Clayton. I see Base Scout X1 asking how good/bad are the Chicago Cougars. Chicago Cougars really aren't bad, man. They really aren't. And I don't think they've never been bad to the point where you're like, oh, these guys are terrible. There's been some teams like that in the RFL. They aren't one of them. This is a terrible punt right there, speaking of terrible. Jesus. What is that, about a 10-yard punt right there? Shanks that one. Cooper Santana coming out onto the field here. 15 of 19, 150 yards. Fantastic drive last time out onto the field. 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Really like this kid. Look to pass, throws into the flats, intercepted by the Thunderbirds. That's going to be Bill Stevens. I think I see him in the chat. Bill Stevens with an interception. Huge play right there, jumping right in front of this one. Just talking about how Cooper Santana hasn't thrown an interception yet, and he tries Bill Stevens here, and he picks it off. Great read, great showcase of hands, big interception. This could be big for Toronto. Connor Hand looking, he's got some space, throws a laser, and that's going to be a first down as Connor Hand is able to find Tyrone LaFell. Connor Hand's been accurate too. Haven't really seen him really take the shot plays, big plays just yet, but I mean, that was one of them. He is 12 of 13 right now. Only missed one pass so far, and that was a thing of beauty right there across the middle of the field there. Huge interception. Making out for a big gain the very next play. Can it turn into a game-time drive here for the Thunderbirds as Malcolm McDaniels picks up the first and goal at the 4-yard line. 12 carries, 45 yards. And Memphis not looking too happy right there, especially Taylor Mays. He had his hands on his hips, just shaking his head. He's the one who tried to slow him up there, making the tackle. There's a handoff. Malcolm McDaniels. He's already got one today, and he will be stopped a yard short of the touchdown. Now a second and goal. Connor Hand in the backfield all by himself. A little bit of an off snap. Throws, and it's a touchdown. The second touchdown of the night for Malcolm McDaniels. This time, it'll be a receiving touchdown. You saw a lot of running backs drop the football throughout this game. Malcolm McDaniels, he hangs on to this one for 6. Here goes the extra point to tie the game up, and the kick is good. Time almost over here in this one. Maybe we see overtime, maybe we don't. Depends on what the Memphis Steamers do here on this drive, and if they have time, what the Thunderbirds do to respond or take advantage of the opportunity. As we are all tied up here at 17. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left to go. We'll take this one out of the end zone. Big hit there as he'll be brought down at the 27. And Cooper Santana, other than that interception he had on that last drive that just put the Thunderbirds back into this game, he's looked fantastic. There goes a handoff. Corian Brown getting some blocks, trying to juke around the defense there as he falls just about a yard short. Yeah, I didn't get to catch the Texans and Chiefs game, man, but man, it sounds pretty crazy. I think somebody said the Texans were up 24 points and still lost. It's crazy, man. Got to catch the highlights or something like that. But 2nd and 1. Here goes a throw, and that could have been good for a first down, but just a little bit off target there. Led him too far ahead. Cooper Santana on 3rd and 1 will pick up the first down here. They'll get it to the 46-yard line. They'll hurry up and run no huddle. They got no choice. 2-minute offense. There goes a strike to Jake Pride, a first down at the 37. Still running this 2-minute offense. Cooper Santana throws. Nice strike and a first down. Once again, a timeout for the first time in the second half is going to be called. And it will be by the Thunderbirds. Recognizing that this game is getting away from them. Looks like the Steamers are going to come out on top here in this one. Play action to try to catch the defense off guard. Shot down the field. And a good play on the ball. Broken up, incomplete. That was Bill Stevens who had an interception on the last drive with the pass breakup. He'll run this one. He'll get to the outside. Corian Brown stuffed at the 21. Timeout called by the Thunderbirds. They cannot allow another one, or that's ball game. There goes a run to the outside, and no one there to catch him. And that should definitely put an end to this game. The Thunderbirds are out of timeouts. The Memphis Steamers are just a field goal or a touchdown away from winning this preseason game over the Thunderbirds. They performed excellent here tonight. Maybe a sign of great things to come this season for this young Memphis Steamers ball team. Got to be careful and take consideration and take good care of this time here. As Memphis Steamers do. It looks like they're just running their playbook here. They finally call a timeout. They got slowing things up. Just going to kick the field goal here like they should, but they don't. They come out here in the ace formation and run it. And man, he just zips through. Timeout called immediately by the Steamers. Why not just put this one away with a field goal, you know? Guess they want to see if they can score a touchdown here on this big bad Toronto Thunderbirds defense. Now run it, and nowhere to go. That brings up 4th down. And I'm pretty sure they're just going to let the clock run down into the final seconds, kick the field goal, and come out on top of the victory. I talked with Coach Jones about this game. You know, I asked him. I honestly thought, you know, it's a preseason game, so it really doesn't mean much and probably has no indication on what the real season game is going to be like. But I asked him, I said, how are you feeling coming into this game? You're playing the Thunderbirds. And he just simply said, we're going to treat the Thunderbirds as if they're the Monarchs. I don't know what it is with Coach Jones, but he really feels like the Monarchs are going to be the worst team this year in the RFL. Yeah, that's how he felt. He just felt like, hey, there's no team he feels that can beat him. The extra point is good. Not the extra point. The field goal is good. The Steamers win the game. This is a big win here. I mean, it's a preseason game, but this is a big win for the Memphis Steamers. It really means a lot because there's a lot. Everyone knew that this team had talent. They had themselves a good bounce-back year after having a winless season back in Season 3. Coach Jones came in the office and, you know, got this team to a good, 8-9-1 record. Maybe got that confused. Yeah, I think I got that switched up. I think it was 8-7-1. Yeah, 8-7-1 record. And yeah, I mean, it looks like, you know, this team is either going to be consistent or better this year. I really like the way that Coach Jones has been doing things over there. I hope he continues to do it. I think this is going to be a good team to look out for this year, and that's going to end it. But if you guys haven't already, make sure you go ahead and check out the Twitch game. Awesome Crocodiles just posted it in the chat. We've got the London Black Knights and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts going at it right now. The game started at 7 p.m. Eastern. It is now 7:20. So this game's been going on for 20 minutes now. If you haven't checked into it, make sure you click that link and check in. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like and subscribe for more RFL action. And also, once again, as always, become part of the league. If you haven't had a player in the RFL, I don't know what you're missing. Go ahead to our website at relocationfootballleague.com. Fill out a player application. It only costs $5. And we'll see how your road to the RFL turns out. That's going to do it here for me tonight. It's your boy Smitty, RFL Commissioner and play-by-play commentator. And I'll see you guys tomorrow to end Week 2 of the RFL preseason. Peace.